Hi, my name is Brianna Sims, and today I will be presenting on ocean acidification, rising carbon dioxide levels in the sea. So to start off, what is ocean acidification? So ocean acidification, due to the fossil fuels and deforestation, the increasing CO2 levels in the air causes a change in the chemistry of the seawater, which causes it to be more acidic. So who does this affect? It affects marine animals, land animals, plants, and the changes during the ecosystem. So specifically any organism that build their shells or skeleton from calcium carbonate. This could be corals, oysters, clams, snails, most of the organisms at the base of the food web. So why do we care? Coral reefs are large sources for food, medicine, and protection from storms. So the ocean absorbs at least a quarter of the carbon dioxide that is emitted into the air by humans. The ocean helps the human impact of the carbon emissions that we release by absorbing it. So as the ocean turns more acidic, it can't absorb the carbon dioxide that is emitted by humans, so we can get the help that we need to survive from the ocean. So the discovery. This was discovered in 2003 when there was a drastic shift in acidity that had caught scientists' attention. The marine life has been closely watched ever since. So some future developments. So basically, I believe that setting a limit on the amount of carbon dioxide that can be produced in specifically industrial businesses will make a vast change in our world and in terms of carbon emissions. Also developing a harmless chemical. So if a chemical must be developed, changing the harmful effects that it has on humans and animals. Also, mandatory education on every type of sustainability and how each person impacts the earth negatively. They should know that we only have 7 years left, meaning until 2030, until our changes that we make to the earth are irreversible, meaning global warming will increase no matter what, and there's nothing we can do about it. And lastly, taxing carbon. So, if industrial businesses feel the need to continue to increase the amount of carbon dioxide that they are emitting, they should have to pay for the harm that they are doing to the earth. So, taxing carbon, making them pay for what they're doing, will hopefully start a change in the industrial businesses, which will trickle down into the smaller businesses and everyone on earth. So, the chemistry. So, first, you're seeing the equation that is talking about everything that I've spoken about so far. So, what you're looking at is the first CO2 that you're seeing when it combines with the seawater, which is the H2O, to form carbonic acid, which is H2CO3, which you won't see in the equation. But then the H2CO3 breaks down into hydrogen ions and bicarbonate, which is the H plus and the HCO3 minus that you're seeing, thus reducing the pH levels of the ocean, making it more acidic. So the pH of the ocean a few years ago was 8.1, which is fairly basic. So as the soils in the seawater are becoming more acidic, it absorbs more carbon dioxide, so the pH will drop, becoming more acidic. So a pH less than 6 will have reduced calcium and magnesium, so plants and animals can't survive, which if that doesn't stimulate people to care enough, then we won't be able to get the resources that we need to survive either. So roles that experts from other fields have played a role. So marine biologists, they study the ocean's acidity, trying to find solutions to this worldwide problem. And then oceanographers dive, explore, and capture images of the changes in the ocean's organisms due to the rising acidity levels. They also create different statistics to see how the ocean has changed from the start of the acidity levels to now. So, positive societal impacts. So, luckily, the species that live near the ocean's bottom will not be affected nearly as much. This is because the carbon dioxide levels down there are already so high, the aquatic species has already adapted to this acidic environment. It is also great for photosynthesis in the ocean. So the plankton in seaweed, who produce over half of the oxygen that we breathe today, use carbon dioxide and energy from the sun to make food for themselves, which in turn is photosynthesis, making the air that we breathe. So it's kind of a win-win for both. And then some negative societal impacts. So, if carbon dioxide keeps being emitted at the rate that it is, by the end of the century, the pH will have dropped to a 7.67. Preventing the organisms at the bottom of the food web from growing and reproducing puts a serious risk on the fishing industries. They threaten the food security and they decrease the natural shoreline production. So, in conclusion, producing about 30% less carbon dioxide starting now will help us stimulate change for our Earth to survive. Also, some scientist ideas. So, some scientists have produced the idea to dissolve certain minerals, such as limestone, to increase the alkalinity of the ocean, meaning it will make the ocean's pH more basic rather than acidic, so that the ocean can continue to absorb the carbon dioxide that is emitted by humans and keep their aquatic life alive. And then also, no one really knows what will happen, but with everyone's support and everyone making changes in their everyday lives, then the ocean will continue to be in jeopardy. And then these are my sources. So thank you very much.